The previous 2.5 hour stream is now up on YouTube for those of you that just want to watch me talk for 2.5 hours. It's fun because at about the 2 hour mark, I start losing my voice. Well, it's just with like all the work meetings yesterday, right? And then on
Right,
top of
yeah.
that, I'm like, let me just talk for 2 hours straight. Are these vendors that we are selling items to or buying items from?
Both, maybe.
Oh,
I just was putting shit in there.
yeah.
I
Well, I
just
mean, that's all we're
I
doing.
went to a fantasy name generator. I got some cool names in there.
I like it. Okay. Special item, ancient artifacts, treasure beacon, mercenary contract. Love it. Okay. So we got the vendor. Yeah, see, the vendor would pair nicely with like the market.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, so let me go into the nav bar and just do that. If you're watching and working on your own
I
game
am.
at this time, no, not you. Of course, you're
Oh,
working.
not me.
No,
Shit.
what I want to do is I want to passively aggressively taunt any other dev in this competition. Um, no, I'm kidding. The market. So we got the market and the vendor. Um, no, it's fun to kind of watch that Discord because um,
No, yeah. I was
pe-
watching that Omni.
a lot of people are using a lot more sophisticated technologies than I'm used to. Like I really like the Socket.io stuff. I think post Jam, it'd be nice to expand on our multiplayer plans with a Socket.io backend just for that, so we have some real time combat.
Yeah.
So you and a group of friends could do some sort of dungeon that was a little bit more real time. I think that'd be fun. I
Ooh,
think.
you can even make it more fun putting timers on those. You have to get it finished at a certain time.
Oh, hey, I'm not a dev. I'm just Hahavis from Discord. Hello, welcome. Join us in making our Pyroclasm game. We have 29 days remaining in this game jam. It's exciting. Sorry, Renza, what was that last thing you just said?
Oh, I
Oh,
just
oh,
said like
mm-hmm.
times. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have like if you complete it in a certain time, you can get better rewards, kind of thing.
Yes. I've been listening to some streamers and they like I play very little World of Warcraft and they're playing at like a whole other level. Um,
Yeah.
but some of those dungeons, like if you complete it in a certain amount of time, you get some sort of score back from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See the fun thing with that. Let's see, vendor, market, vendor. What do we want? Skills, craft. So the skills is where I'm imagining that like that knowledge. Yeah. Let me open this back up. Let's go to talk about our drops for a second. Transition. Here, I'm gonna move. Hold on, I can't actually do that. Hold on, everyone. I'm gonna get better at this. I'm just gonna remove. I'm sure you wish to remove now. Or no, I just need to hide it. Hide it. Hide it. There we go. So these are the different types of drops, and I think we settled on this. We're just gonna call this gold. Then we have stone and different types of knowledge drops. So,
Hmm.
um, I guess that's what. So, map fragments is more like discovering and unlocking nodes on the map. The skill fragments go to like a skill tree. And the spells? Should we just, for the sake of simplicity, refer to spells as the, like, I guess because they use mana? Those are the kind of the multiplayer, the boosts we've referred to. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So in terms
Yeah.
of like combat, we're not using magic. We're just upgrading our equipment and we're using, yeah. And then skills are essentially passives, both for gathering and combat. There's no
Right.
active skill there. You're just making yourself more and more powerful with a plethora of upgrades, trinkets, equipment, skills, etc. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So then let's duplicate a couple things out here. We have skills, crafting, spells. Okay. And crafting. hold on just a sec. We're gonna need a crafting for both like combat and non-combat, because I imagine that combat screen for crafting is gonna get complicated.
I mean, you could just like have them be able to craft like their own armors and like weapons or something.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I want people to be able to craft all their own equipment. But what I imagine, I mean, we can build it as one big list and then split it out as we need. Because I imagine you'll actually be crafting more than one tool, right? Because I like the I like the idea that we'd be crafting something like a pickaxe. Oh, I like this. Okay. So if we have a tool per type of kind of dirt you're trying to get through, right? Because we have different type of volcanic explosions. So in some cases you have like the pickaxe because you got to get through like basalt or obsidian or whatever. But then in other things where it's the lighter, like pumice, it's more of just like a shovel. So you have like a,
Yeah.
again, depending on the tier or the region, you have a tool specific to that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
Okay. Cool.
And also give it some variety too,
Yeah.
and so it's not just monotonous.
Yes, we don't want monotony. Put that on vendor there for a second. Skills, spells, crafting. Okay, great. Maps. And I guess I'll just do a hot link here to, I guess, your latest node, right? Ugh.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the last clicked kind of thing.
Like where you are specifically gathering from, because I imagine you could use the map to explore other nodes, but that doesn't mean you've switched over to gathering at that location.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna set in. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'll just hard code it as node ID 1. It's gonna yell at me, isn't it? Oh, I've got too many browsers open. Okay. Main map.
You should switch your screen over
Oh my
unless you're not
God!
showing
Am I
that
not
stuff.
doing the thing again? All right. It's okay. Nothing exciting happened. I added stuff to the navigation. Okay. What I want to do now is I want to get a little bit more of things hooked up to Google Spreadsheets so we can get like an actual list of what do we want? All the like skills types, spell types. Yeah, all these things hooked
Yep.
up. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet. I'm just going to put it out there to anyone watching. If you've ever wanted to be a game designer, now is your time. You can fill out a Google Sheet just like the rest of us. No, I'm actually serious. If anyone has any ideas and all they want to do is provide, shit, hold on, sorry. Ideas for like spell names and stuff like that. More than happy to take all those suggestions. I'm going to share this folder with you. How do I? What is your? Hold on. Discord me your email. I am filling Google Sheets as customer support as well. I love using Google Sheets as just a very cheap and quick, database, especially when it's read-only content. There are some instances I'm familiar with where we use Google Sheets as a read-write for our applications, but I love it that it's just a quick, easy way for content creators to provide data in a lightly formatted way. Excuse me, because what I haven't started on yet is the backend server that's going to handle all the transactions. So, all right, Rinshai, you did you see this last night? Did I show you this? No. We're gonna do one of these for
Showed me what?
the spreadsheet. Were you online
Oh,
when
yeah.
I went over this? Excuse me.
I went back and rewatched it.
Oh, cool. Pyroclasm, and let's create. Let's do skills. And then this is where in view we'll just do some sorts and filters and stuff. I'll just put like whatever we got, skill name. We'll probably tie this to a node. Which should we continue to call them nodes, or should we like name them locations? Does location make more sense to people? It fits the theme a little bit better. Your like,
Location.
Location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think location's fine. Or like dig site.
Yeah, I mean technically they're all dig sites. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Location. So that'd be like a location ID or something like that. Here we'll do skill ID. And what I want for skill ID is just like a lowercase, like so. Let's see. We'll do like double drop, or double. What did they think? What's the for the? Elithor has it. It's like a double resource thing. But anyway.
I don't play Elithor enough to know. I'm sorry.
That's the one thing.
I'm a busy person. What, you don't believe I'm a busy person?
I absolutely believe you are a busy person. Absolutely. I just sit here quietly all day. What I would love to do is pick the developer of that. He uses a back-end PHP stack, and I think
isn't he in this Discord? I think I saw him post.
Zala.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, I like his PHP stack. I've just never used it. I want to pick his brain sometime on how he does it.
He did post a link to Laravel.
Oh, I know.
Like how you were talking about.
There's a lot there. Yeah. A double resource. So we're gonna have a skill ID, the label that you'll see, the location ID. So we'll say something like location 1, or yeah. And then when we're learning a skill, did you ever play like EVE Online?
Yes, I did.
You remember how the skills, like the time to, like if it was like a tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 skill, like the first level of it took X amount of time, and then the second level of it took, like a factor more than that. But if it was like a tier 2, like both of those times would be larger, and a tier 3 would be even larger.
Yep.
Yeah. Elithor does the same thing, and I think we'll want to do something similar here. So, there's some way to factor like a skill tier. I guess for right now we'll just dump stuff. Skill ID, and for the most part, I imagine the skill tier will be related to the tier of the location ID. Or the location, right? Yeah. Watch me come up with a bunch of stuff and then have to like scrap 50%. Well, this was the thing that kind of frustrated me in one of the last jams. Not with any of these folks, but one of the other developers I was trying to collaborate with. When I said, "Hey, we're gonna probably have to scrap some of the stuff we planned," he did not like that. He was like, I make sure we do everything we say we're gonna do, and I was like, oh man, that's an incredible expectation. Okay, so we have double resource. And the type. This is like a gathering type. Gathering.
Right.
And then you do something like double strike. And we'll do that at location. Oh, I guess we'll need like locations. We'll need like a region. So like region one, location one, something like that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Region one, location one, and this will be location two. Ooh, there you go. Skill tier 2, and this will be for combat. Okay, there we go. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this ID of this Google spreadsheet. Cool. And we're going to bring that into our code. In our, I guess we're going to create a data file here. New file of sheet IDs.json. Yeah, sure. How's everyone doing on this wonderful Friday?
Tired. I didn't get home until like 1:30.
I was all excited to work on this like all night, and then I went to bed at like 1.
Dude, no, I was literally so excited, and then
Yeah.
my partner was like, "You gotta come pick me up." I was like, "Fuck."
Check out
Okay.
record.com seems to have some. Why do other people have similar concepts to us? Thank you, Midith, from the IQ Guild, representing. Yep. Okay. All right. Now let's critique this game. I'm kidding. Hold on. There's a better way for me to. Oh, there we go.
That's cool looking.
No, it's not. I mean, yes, it is. Absolutely.
Oh.
Here we go. Oh, am I? My screen's stretching it out. Hold on. It's trying to render way too much. Come on, show it in this proper. There you go. Show it in its proper resolution. Okay, let's do a quick review of someone else's game. Kind of like that button style. Slightly thicker borders. 75 online, 4.7 million battles. That's nice. 59 million items. Nice. Good. Leaderboards. Nice. I do like the thin border around these things. And I like the color. I like all the color. That's really nice. The red, the purple, very cool. The manual, good. Features. Oh, okay. What is this? We have some graphic elements. I'm a mod though. I haven't played in a while. Midith.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I really like these. These are what we're gonna have. Do you see this? Oh, you can't see. I wish I had my cursor. The XP bars right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're oh, I'm almost hiding it. We're definitely gonna do some of that. Yeah, this looks pretty good. They got some happy little pets. Those are cool. Oh, look at that. They got the little art too, except ours will be little pixel sprite art. That's cool. Okay, let's. So what do you say? Seems to have similar concepts to what we're doing. Don't look at my password, everyone. It's very weak at the moment. Okay, I got to strong. What is this? What am I supposed to do here? How many? Oh, how many circles? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Sweet. Okay. Sex, male, race. Oh, here we go. One of the things I really like. I get my hair color. I don't. Okay, but I don't have a character. What do I have to do? I get 1 weapon, 2 equipment, 3 battle abilities, 9 random items, and that's guaranteed. That's exciting. Tempest. Oh, race info. So I can click that for more. Pick a race to see its history. Okay, elf. He's moody. Dwarf. He's also moody. Goblin. Alright. Troll. Human. Slightly moody. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, with the yes, yes. Okay, but now how do I close that? Okay, cool. Skin color. I think that's pretty cool. How are they doing that? Is this like an interactive SVG? It is a. No way. Are you seriously just creating an image per possible combination and switching it out? Holy shit, they are. That's not dynamic. Rinzai.
Nope.
No, they're literally changing out all the, which is fine. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Class info, Mystic Warrior. Class info. Tell me about Mystic Warrior. No opponent. Okay. I don't really care. I want to get in and see the interface. Battle Cleric. Cool. Yeah, let's just create the character. Open the starter loot bag. Oh no, look at this. This is amazing. Pandemic promo double. You have a promo for COVID. Open loot bag. Do it. Okay. Oh, do I click to reveal? I do like that. I really like that about Hearthstone. This is nice. I like that. That's cool. Back to inventory. Okay. I will say, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Has nodes and maps to travel. Very cool. I played a game a long, long time ago. I think it was like Cyrnia or something like that. I played it, but I did not like that when you died, your full inventory dropped. And after I died I died and quit cold turkey, and then like a year later went back, did it again. As soon as I died, I quit cold turkey again. I absolutely hate that. But that had a whole, you traveled to the nodes and the islands and whatever. It was pretty cool, and it had a really cool feature that was like when I'm mining when I'm mining iron, it's 10 seconds per tick. But for every other person at that node as well, it increases it by 1 second. So it encourages you to actually go to parts of the map that there aren't that many people, because you'll have a faster tick, right? Because if there's 10 people mining iron now, everyone has to wait 20 seconds. But if we diversify and some of you go mine copper and some of you go mine bronze or whatever, then it keeps the tick down. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will say right now I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's too
stuff
many.
happening.
Yeah. Like, what do I click first? Okay. I do like this. I love this. Mythith. I can travel east. Oh, yes. So this is just like Cyrnia or whatever. Yep, the travel time that exists, right? You can walk around. This feels like the people that like knew about MUDs, and this is like some early web game, sort of like RPG worlds, where you'd make a map and yeah, see, there's a big written description, you know, and then all these different nodes. View world map. Can I view the world map? Okay, very cool. Oh, and I can change what? Just the color? Okay, of the paths. Cool. So that's cool. Can I click on some of these? Okay, invalid map location. World map. Oh, and this is for auto travel. So that's cool. This looks like some old school mapping. Like someone made this probably by hand in Paint or Photoshop or something like that. And you can hover over the nodes. Yeah, so ours will be similar. I'm not gonna have like a tooltip effect like they do, but I do want. Oh, and you guys can't see the tooltip. It's at the bottom of the page here. I'm only showing the top half of the page. Let me close that. But I do like that. The arena. See, this is like offline battles coming soon. Ranked. So this is just like so much stuff to get into. I don't know where to start. There's like 100 different things to click on, and this is just me. Like for other people, I guess this is what some people like, but I have to probably say that for the most part, no. I guess I'll try to have a stronger opinion here. You want to be able to guide your user through this interface a lot better. Where do I start first, especially when you hook a new player? What, my first, especially like 10 minutes of gameplay should not give me this many options. Like, I probably have nothing to do with an estate. I can't buy this. I'm nowhere near being able to buy this and afford this. So why is this even an option for me? um, Pets, like, yeah, this is a bunch of stuff not owned. Like, is are pets something I'm going to encounter in my first hour? you know why? I get it that maybe some game developers are like, if I throw all the features at a player, they will feel like this game is full and has lots to do. I would argue that you are probably confusing your player a bit. You have just a couple minutes to hook them into wanting to spend a little bit more time. Make sure that whatever, um, like, who do you wish to trade with? No other play. I don't even know what. I guess it's the explore, right? I'm supposed to go to one of these nodes, explore the world. No buff. I don't know. For example, like, maybe because I already see, and maybe I already walked away from the starting area, and I shouldn't have. I don't know what I should be doing. Okay. There's quests. Quests are usually. Myth says this is 8 years of development. Definitely, I totally understand. Um, it's an interesting, like, kind of catch-22 you can find yourself in when, like, I feel like, when enough players are used to the system enough, then you don't have to worry about onboarding new players because you understand what all these tabs do. As a new player right now, I'm just saying, I see, like, there's a lot of, like, is the armory relevant to me? Okay, I do have a character, but I have no equip. I did get a bunch of stuff in my inventory, so what's the difference between inventory and armory? Do I need to, hold on. Did I just hit, that says battle curse. Hand item, so do I equip that? Successfully equipped, and now I have to go back to the inventory. Ooh, there's a buff. That's cool. Shield yourself. Cool. Alright, sure. Equip that. For me personally, I love when a game starts out directs me to one of its most important fun features when it's overwhelming information. Yeah, you can be lost in a sea of options. Yeah, you didn't start this complex. And so that's the challenge right there. It's a game can get more complex, but you should try to put in a few like qualifiers before you reveal some of these tabs. That's what I would say to game developers and web developers, right? What's relevant to someone's first 10 minutes on this website, or relevant to their first 10 minutes in the game? Otherwise, like, there's just too much to do. But I do think this is pretty cool. This person has created an online RPG game. It's really cool that there's trade skills and armory, some achievements, pets, estates, some big map. All of that is, like, let's be honest, guys. Like, this is a great accomplishment for this. So I'm not at all trying to say anything negative about this person's accomplishment. I am just trying to say, from a new player's perspective, I'm a little overwhelmed with how much. I don't know where to put my focus. That's all. A starting tutorial, sure. There's some nice sites that'll, like, kind of guide you. Like, they'll highlight the one button and say, you know who does this really well? Queslar does this. Whenever you, like, clear out your cookies or whatever, and you go to Queslar, and you can see, hey, this is your first time on the battle menu. Well, this is what you need to pay attention to, right? But anyway, yeah, that's just a tutorial. Or, for me, to be honest, like, if I'm below level 3, I bet there's honestly like 2/3 of these options I shouldn't even see. I probably have nothing to do. The arena, the quests, I don't know, maybe, or pets, estates, certainly have nothing to do with me in my initial session, in my first hour. I should just hide them, right? That's all. But anyway, this is pretty cool. I do like that map system. I don't think we're gonna have as many nodes in ours, and we're not gonna do travel time. But I do like that one. It's nice. 8 years of development. I mean, you have to give some credit to a developer that is willing to stick with something for that long, and work on it and stuff like that. That is pretty incredible. So progressive unlock feature, yeah, I would say that progressive unlock feature. Like, to be fair, when we started Idle Quest, it didn't have things like land. Um, I mean, he's added a lot of features. I'm trying to think if he's added like the abyss and the portal that came later. Uh, the land tab came later. I'm trying to think if IQ has added anything. Like when Queslar first came out, they didn't have. I don't think did it even have fighters. It didn't even have fighters and dungeons. It didn't have caves. So he's, in my opinion, uh, Queslar has fallen into the same trap, which is on day one, all of that stuff is available. Versus like when you first started, and there was many less features. And it'd be interesting in Queslar if after level like 300 or 500, which doesn't take that long to get to, you start unlocking these other things in the menu, right? There's there's your house, there's your party, there's your caves, there's your fighters, and it's like how much there's crafting, there's enchants, and it's like how much of that stuff do you really need at level one, versus what should unlock at level 100, 200, 500, etc. Yeah, Liriana is over 10 years old. A new player in QS would be confused, and that's unfortunate because that game's only, oops, sorry, the game's only a year old. So, I'm gonna pause just for a second. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I also think the thing we have to keep in mind is, you know, I definitely fall into this category as well. It is it's very hard to keep up with. It's very hard to keep up with a whole bunch of changing tech. So this person started making this game 8 years ago. Well, you can imagine what what web technology was 8 years ago. You know, this is before React, before Vue, before Angular. You know,
Yep.
so yeah. Yeah. Just a second. Um, and so yeah, in terms of like kind of reactivity, it's it's harder. It's hard. Like I was just imagining just what we're talking about. I can very easily go into here. Let me just, for example, I can imagine going into like our nav bar right here, and very easily putting some like, hey, skills, spells, and crafting. We actually don't need anything in here until some condition is met, right? And we just hide that, or we'd make it disabled, right? So that you couldn't go into it as a player. Maybe we show a little lock icon, and
Yep.
disable it with a class. Well, that's really easy to do because of the framework that we currently have. But if you're building a game, like some of these games have been in development for a whole decade. They're back there with jQuery or even earlier, just vanilla JavaScript. Like that's the same thing with Noroth, right? He's been working on that game since 2013, right? He's basically got a PHP backend. There's no framework, and his front end is vanilla JavaScript and jQuery, right?
Yep.
And so devs have to make a decision. Do I focus on building something, or do I focus on updating my tech stack? Um, Ideally, you find the time to do both. But once you have a product, like you don't want to end up recoding your whole game from scratch just because you're like, oh, cool, this new thing came out. Because your players don't care as long as it works. No player is ever going to like tease you about jQuery or something like that. Other developers might, right? Because we all have a little developer ego, and everyone wants to make sure that like whatever tech stack they've chosen is the right one. But your players don't care. Your players don't care if it's vanilla JavaScript or jQuery, PHP, Ruby, whatever. And so you got to make a decision what you think is more important. Trying to put code on a page for your players, or making sure that you're using the latest thing that's been covered at some conference or TED Talk or whatever. Cool. Okay. Okay. I'm going in here to the skills. We're going to take out this whole thing and move it to a helper. I think I'm going to write a new helper here. Source, new folder, helper. Oh, there's already a folder called helpers. Why don't I see it? Right there. Google Sheet.js. Look up something just real quick. Ooh. Pyroclasm. Dun, dun, dun. But the game, let's see. I mean, the benefit, one of the big benefits is the players are so forgiving. With a PBBG, we all sort of understand generally how the game is played. That, you know, the onboarding process, it's okay if it's a little rough or not quite there. Update battle strategy. I don't know what the battle strategy. Oh, cool. I don't know. See, something like this is eventually kind of what I think would be cool if you could pick certain abilities or something that would trigger at certain points. I do think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think that interface just needs to make a little bit more sense for me. Skills. This is skills, and this is. Oh, I guess I have two called skills. Let's see. Oh, they're both of my files are called skills. Yikes. Let's do this, and then let's create one of these called spells. Pyroclasm spells. And I think spells, pyroclasm spells. And I think spells would have something like a spell ID, spell label. You'd have your like this the target size. Like this would be like the available things would be like a single location, a region, or global. So this would be like HP boost. And spell that you like greater HP boost, or like, you know, divine HP boost as just an example. Set that down here and we'll make this bold. And then you'd have some sort of mana cost. You'd have some base, you'd have some effect, and so the effect type and the effect amount. So here it would be, and then something like let's see, effect target. So the available options would be something like I guess it would be like players or mobs, really, right? Players. The effect type would be HP, and the effect amount, this would be like this gives everyone at the node like an extra, you know, like 20%. Maybe the regional one gives a smaller amount, global 5%, something like that. And then you'd probably have, if it was going to start stacking, this would go up by like 1%. This would go up by like 2%, and maybe this would go up by like 4%. The thing here, the thing I'm thinking about here is, if I was to cast HP boost on a specific location, everyone
on that location would get the 20% extra hit points. If another player was to cast the same spell, or should we allow it that a single person could? No, we shouldn't allow that a single person could boost it twice.
You do like alternate or something.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, do we care if someone takes like all their mana and does it all for HP boost? What does that do? Would that just lengthen it, or would it make it actually? Yeah, that would be fine for lengthening like the duration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like duration 1 hour. So if you wanted this boost to run for 3 hours, you could spend, you'd cast it 3 times. It would be at the 20% strength, but it would run for 3 hours. But if another player came and cast it, we'd have 2 spells running at the same time. So instead of that being 4 hours, we'd have essentially 2 spells overlapping. So everyone would then get 24%. And if someone else was to cast again, just once, for that first hour, everyone would be at 28%. Then it would dip down to 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think we'll probably say all durations are in hours. So we'll just use whole numbers. We could probably do fraction or like decimals of those, but I think that's fine. Okay. Now, of course, mana being a resource that you're going to gather, and your only way to spend it is essentially helping yourself and others at the same time. So I think that should be pretty fun. Okay, the spells, and let's grab the spell sheet and bring that into our code. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how what happens over 30 days. If we how much we actually let's see. Okay, so we're going to do a helper. So we're going to do expert default methods, and then something like fetch sheet. We're going to need the sheet ID, and then some sort of callback. Create. This is going to turn into a string literal with the sheet ID. Okay, we're going to do this, and then basically headers. We don't care about the headers. Table row map. I probably want to pop off the first row of each table because that's just the headers. That's not the data.
Right.
Or what's a good way to do this? We can do this where I can actually use those headers as the properties. Like we can actually
I guess that would help.
Kind
out
of like
there.
how a CSV takes it.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to think. At some point, like we can't pass it to this particular thing. At some point, we'd be doing this. And then you're going to pass the array of data into there. So we'd specify what should be called after this data is done. It's this. It's how do we format? So I guess yeah, it is. It is the headers. So what do you do here? Is it like header 0, header 1, something like that? Here, let's go ahead and console log the data here and see what happens when we call this. Oh, I need to. There you go. It's not liking that. I'm actually curious if we don't. If we don't map it yet, just look at it. Just rows. Let's go ahead and just try to call this. So if we were in the, here, let's go to our skills tab. And import. Google Sheet. I'm going to call it a mixin. I'm probably going to have to pop off the stream here in about 5 minutes right after I get this working. But I'm gonna try to rig up. This kind of light at the content, so that we can populate some of that and start rendering content there.
I just got the nodes placed on the map.
Okay.
I'm gonna save it. I will.
So then on created, we're going to try this dot. Was it fetch? Yeah, if you got the nodes, drop them in. A branch.
I'm gonna pull down main real quick and then do that.
Fetch sheet, and then we're going to need to also bring in the data. Google sheet IDs. Data. Oh, good timing. Did you just join? And yeah, I'm gonna hop off the stream for a bit. But hey, well, we got lots and lots of time ahead of us.
I'm
for this
free all day tonight and weekends, so whenever.
Nice. The weekends are pretty busy. I got soccer in the morning, followed by setting up a lemonade stand, and yeah, the kids want to sell some lemonade, so we'll be doing that.
Makes sense.
Sunday I'll be on. I may try to stand up our back end the PHP server, but to be honest, like I feel like there's enough front end stuff that we could kind of poke around with.
Right.
That I'll probably wait a little bit longer.
I'm gonna add a resources folder so I can add the AI file in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do spells. Okay. I think that's what we want. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. I'm gonna open up my console. Now, if I go over to what do I want to do to spells? Oh, I need to. Wow, I didn't set the permissions on these sheets. Hold on. Okay, restricted. Anyone with the link can view. Save. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm glad I was able to catch the stream at Legendary Speed of which is it. It is over now, so I'm back to lurking. Excellent. I tried soccer this year with my boy. He hated it. Yeah, this is my first year with the kids in organized soccer. Everyone's doing it for a second year, which is great. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Look, boom, boom, boom. Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me drop in a callback here. Let's try this. This dot assign data methods assign data this dot not data this dot spells equals data, and then in data we do skills. Okay, sure, we'll do skills. Let's see if this works. Create it. I just need to drop a comma. Yeah, I'm gonna
just pushed up.
Awesome. I'm gonna see if I I got dot dot dot. So it is I don't have title. Oh, it's because these things are just coming in as just the raw array. They've not been assigned anything yet. Skill dot, what do I need to do? What if I do a skill label? HP boot. Oh, what if I just do this? Skill 0, the 0th of the array. Yep, there it is. So this is unmapped data here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So now if you look at the screen, there we go. From the, hold on, I want to make sure I'm sharing the right thing. Yeah. Here, let me increase the font size there. You guys can see. That is the spell information. That is the spell information directly from the Google spreadsheet. Brought in, assigned to our view. So Kenzie, we're going to follow this pattern here and assign like a sheet for each one of these things.
Yep.
And get all our content in Google Sheets. It'll be really easy to keep track of it that way. Really easy to change. As well as if, so that's good. I may try to be like an assistant soccer coach this year. We'll see. But yeah, I play pickup adult like rec league just for fun. Didn't mind the training drills. Come game day, he didn't like the idea of team versus team competing against each other. Yeah. One of my sons was very comfortable with that. The other one was a little overwhelmed by the amount of kids on the soccer field is essentially double what is in practice. So after doing all the practices and getting used to that many kids, as soon as the game starts and there's twice as many people, and now, both sides of the fields are filled with spectators, that was like, whoa. I didn't realize this was going to happen. This was not like practice, right? So that he wasn't as comfortable with that. Yeah. So what I want to do here, Kenzie, and I'm going to drop all these links in the you have a link to the whole folder that has all of them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to this is how we're going to, at least for right now, I'm going to maybe try to make this like this whole referencing a Google Sheet a little bit more generic. But yeah, because at some point, pulling it from the Google Sheet's not a bad idea, even if when we go to production. But what we want to have is the data needs to also get passed into Vuex, because some of these, yeah. Okay. But actually, this could actually work. This works pretty well because none of this data is use specific.
Mm-mm.
There's going to be a data, right? This is the static data. We need to merge in the dynamic data. Hey, these are all the spells. This is how much experience you have in each one of these spells, what level you have with each one of these spells, which ones are locked away, discovered, etc. All we're doing right now is the big list of everything.
Right.
It's not been filtered to what your
It's
character
just
has
the content.
exactly. So we need to apply the character's data on top of this.
Yep.
Okay. So hopefully by end of night tonight, I've got a Google Sheet rigged up for every one of our views, so it's easy to like just put in some information. We'll
Okay.
mock up the user data a bit because I don't want to write the whole backend right now. And
Right.
then yeah, if you've got the notes or whatever, uh, that's cool. We'll bring that to life, and I'll try to somehow in the next 24 hours. I'd like to simulate some drops, gathering the map knowledge, unlocking additional nodes, gathering the spell knowledge, and unlocking spells. If we can get to there in the next
Mm-hmm.
24 hours, I think that'll be a good point. So, all
I think
right,
it's definitely possible. So,
yeah.
cool.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining me on the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. There is you rated someone else's stream. Oh, this is where you rate someone else's stream with your 3 viewers. I know, right? It's all good. The fun part about this is where, right? The fun part about the streaming is it really helps me focus. I can't get too distracted with something else if I have an audience, even if it is just a non-existent audience that I'm just perceiving. I have to stay focused on this, and it really helps me talk through what I'm trying to do. If I'm having to explain to an audience what this component or what this functionality is supposed to do, that really helps make sure that I understand what it is that I'm trying to do by verbalizing it. So yeah, no, I find it very helpful. But I'm gonna go ahead, stop the recording, stop the stream, and it will definitely probably not tomorrow, but on Sunday we'll stream again. If catch any of the other updates in the PPPG Discord, but also the website above, slyboots.studio. That's where you can find the link to my Discord. Join that Discord, get the updates there. Myself and Rinzai are there, and we'll probably be talking much more about the game there than spamming the other Discord. Well, for the first time joining, it was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This was one of the shorter ones. Oh no, it was about an hour and a half. About an hour.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
I mean, you did spend the first 10-20 minutes getting your audio.
No, that was definitely the first half hour was just making sure we can get the audio so you guys could hear Rinzai, which it's a lot easier for me to be able to speak directly to her in this. Cool. So okay, yeah, we'll leave it here. Thanks for joining, guys. Sunday we'll pick this back up. Our first major milestone is next Friday. Next Friday we have a complete playable of just like our version 1, even if it probably is just the single player gathering loop without any combat. Our goal is that Friday we are publishing something something of substance. So thank you, everyone. See you later.
Cool. Yep.